What's going on, my web doers? As you all aware, I gave my discussion about High Mountain Studios' announcement on their own take on the cancelled Spider-Man 4. Well, I'll be from now on offer monthly news and updates related to what's going on behind the scenes. Without further ado, let's get right into it. First of all, I assume the so-called Vulture wannabe could be Felicia Hardy. Well, good news is she's not gonna be his sidekick anytime soon, as confirmed by High Mountain's comment on the previous video. As a matter of fact, they informed me that Wannabe is meant to be a Spider Slayer drone, which honestly I can't see how that look like any Spider Slayer I see in the past, especially since it looks more of a Vulture drone than anything else. But they are known for adapting on every scenario with Spider-Man, so chances are we could see some pretty sweet action with them, especially alongside the Vulture. The next thing is, well, the worry of having too much villains as seen in the concept arts. Well, High Mountain reassured me that they're only intended to appear in the opening. It is quite odd to me to see Spidey's Rogue Gallery that had yet to appear in the trilogy get their own spotlight solely for the opening scene. Though it does seem Raimi had the same idea, even more evidently so in this very early storyboard Mysterio being sent to the NYPD by Spidey himself. On more news development on side of things, the CGI sequences will be animated by VFX heroes. Although Brian wants to as little time spent with CGI as possible, there are times when they have to incorporate some for difficult to impossible sequences to shoot, such as the web slinging and maybe some villain boss battles. VFX heroes already created a few test animations, and the fact they are still in its early phases proves how much potential it can have in the final film. There are also some new Black Cat design in new concept by Onoma Light, if that's how it's spelled, and I'll be damned if I think it's not the most tempting design by compared to the last. I like how it resembles the comics while at the same time give their own twist on the look. They also recently received a few cosmetic designs that will be utilized for their costumes, which is the spider emblems made by Comic Suit Factory, along with a shell mask from Animated Costume and the suit itself from Zentai Zone. I dare say these bits and pieces on its own looked almost uncanny, which got me excited to see the entire costume in its full glory. Oh, and do you guys remember that old official Spider-Man 4 posted a while back before its cancellation? Well, graphics designer Barrett Digital decided to step in and recreate it with a minor twists, and boy, it looks stunning as heck. Safe to say, I think it's slightly a bit better than the old one. As for the actors, they finally casted 3 new Bugle members. First of which, J. Jonah James will be played by fellow cosplayer Danny Marlowe, Betty Brant played by Sam Granquizit? Sorry if I butchered that name. And finally, Robbie Robinson will be played by Tommy Driver. I know Tommy will make Bill Nunn proud. May God rest his soul. Still no confirmations on who will play Hoffman, but whoever they'll pick for him will surely turn up eventually. Now for the final news that I'm actually so thrilled to see and hear again. High Mountain given us the first 31 seconds of the opening title sequence, and by God, it's almost like the original. Granted, it's only 31 seconds, and Brian's probably still working on it right now, but damn, it still looks astonishing. I won't show it here in case some of you fans desire to see the opening sequence in its full glory, but I can't let you guys hear a sample of McCarthy's take on it. Brian himself gladly asked me to offer him questions regarding the production of Spider-Man 4 fan film. Here's the few I have currently for him to answer. Will you create set locations from the trilogy, like the Bugle offices, Peter's apartment, etc.?
Yes, we will be recreating sets from the original trilogy. The only 2 planned currently are the Ditkovich hallway. It's for the scene where Peter finds out he has been evicted from his apartment. It was one of the few full scenes storyboarded from the original film before it was canceled, and we plan on recreating the office of J. Jonah Jameson and some of the other areas of the Daily Bugle that have been shown before. Other than that, everywhere in this film takes place in new locations that we haven't seen before in the original trilogy.
Does the film take place straight after Spider-Man 3, or will there be a time jump?
The film takes place about 2 years after the end of Spider-Man 3. Not much has changed for Peter. He's dating MJ still. They've repaired a lot of their relationship since the end of Spider-Man 3. He graduated college. He is now still working as a staff photographer at the Daily Bugle, as they set up at the end of Spider-Man 3, and he's about to start a internship somewhere else that you will find out about once the film comes out.
Any iconic Danny Elfman soundtracks from the trilogy your composer will likely recreate, aside from the opening theme, such as the Final Swing score and the Responsibility tone, etc.?
Yes, William McCarthy, our composer, is recreating themes from the original trilogy throughout his score for our fan film. We really want this to sound like the scores from the trilogy, and he's done an amazing job on that so far, as well as writing new themes for new characters like Black Cat, Vulture, and Kingpin, and several other characters. We are really excited to have him on the project, and we think the fans of this project are really going to love the work he's done so far for it.
That's all I could say for this month's news and updates. If you wish to see Spider-Man 4 fanfilm come to life, please subscribe to High Mountain Studios and donate to their Kickstarter, as they do appreciate your support. With all that being said, if you enjoyed this month's news, then be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Until then, I'll see you web doers later.